Sure. Why don't we just give it one quick second here, Bridget? We still got a few more people getting ready to log in.
All right, no
We're on
worries.
we're on realtor time here, which means that 1 o'clock is anytime between 2:55 and 2:30.
No worries.
We'll just give them one more minute. All right, I am more than happy to kick us off. Unfortunately, you can't see me really well. I don't know what is wrong with my camera, but I can't get it to brighten up. So you'll be stuck with my voice if you can't see me well. Sorry about that. Um, I'm really excited to be able to provide this opportunity to all of our agents to use the Zavvie platform as part of a brokerage-wide seller solution. This is a chance. These products are not used in our market currently by any of our competitors. So the goal is that this would give us all a leg up and a chance to hit the ground running before other people do. You've probably heard from on the Zillow website that Zillow is making offers to buy homes and then resell them. We call folks like Zillow iBuyers or instant buyers or professional buyers, people who will pay cash, similar to the WeBuyUglyHouses.com, but that opportunity to buy, to sell people's homes for cash. You even know that in our market, we have some agents that are competitors that market, will buy your home, will sell your home for cash guaranteed, immediate offers on your home guaranteed. So those programs are what we refer to in the industry as iBuyer, meaning an instant buyer or a professional buyer. And we've not had a solution so that agents could counteract that by having those options. After today, you're going to have the ability to offer an instant cash offer to your sellers, right? The goal is not that every seller would want an instant offer, right? Because it comes with a discount, but there are folks that have equity in their homes that don't want to have showings or maybe have repairs that need to be made or things like that, and they don't want to deal with showings, right? And they're a small segment, but we want to give you that tool. So that's going to be a tool that you're going to hear about. And the other tool is the bridge buyer, the opportunity for a seller to sell their home today, remain in the home and rent back, and have access to 75% of their equity so that they can make a non-home sale contingent offer on their next home, right? So we know that right now folks are a little tied up because they'd like to move, but they can't find their next home, and then they can't compete because they've got to make a home sale contingent offer. And it just kind of snowballs from there where they can't get the traction that they need. The bridge buyer solution allows them to actually sell their home, settle on it, and move forward with the purchase of their next home while renting back and have access to 75% of their equity. So Bridget's going to explain how we can use that platform. It is all going to be branded to us. It'll be branded to as the Keller Williams Seller Solutions Program. You'll be able to customize it with your own name and information directly out to the customers. But the goal again is just to give you a competitive edge where you have something to offer at the table, right? Because the worst thing that could happen is we go out on a listing appointment and they call back tomorrow and said, I got one of those letters in the mail, an instant offer, and I thought that was better, so I signed it, or I just agreed to do it, or whatever the solution was. We can offer all those solutions while sitting at the table. As the industry continues to change, we're going to see that sellers don't want you just to come out and say, I'll sell your home for 5% and this is what I do. They want to hear that you have multiple options, multiple things to offer, a menu of services. And this is our first jump into that. So Bridget's going to explain it. She's going to explain the tool on how we use it and what you can do. And there's going to be a lot more training as we go. Today's just kind of the kickoff. The one thing I will tell you for my sales team, we're already designing and working on our marketing tools to go out to our past clients as well as our farm, to get them to raise their hand for an instant offer, just to kick the door open a little bit to see if they're interested in making a sale, right? It's just another way to engage people. So we're working on our marketing materials right now, and I'll be more than happy to share those with you guys as we develop them. So Bridget, I'll let you explain the tool and exactly how it's going to work and what these guys can offer.
All right, thanks so much, Matt. Hi, everyone. My name's Bridget Lyons. I'm the Broker Success Manager here at Zavvie. We are super excited to be partnered with Keller Williams Realty and to roll out this new program to everyone. To give you a little bit of background on Zavvie, we are a technology company, but we are actually created by a broker owner. And he saw a need to bridge the gap between his own agents and these new selling options that are getting traction, such as those iBuyers as well as bridge buyers. So Zavvie wanted to create one place for agents to go to have the tools and resources that they need to be able to explore all selling options on behalf of their clients, making sure that they stay at the center of that conversation and remain their client's trusted advisor, regardless of how that homeowner ends up selling their home. So as I'm going through today, please feel free to send any questions in the chat. I'll be sure to keep an eye on that. We're also recording this, so you'll have this for future reference. And we, of course, will have future trainings as well. But Zavvie is here in the business of helping agents become a modern agent. And we believe that a modern agent is someone who explores all selling options on behalf of their clients. Most homeowners are aware that there are other selling options. They might not know all the details, but they're curious. They've seen advertisements from iBuyers, maybe even bridge buyers. Maybe they had a friend who used a bridge program. And so they're becoming more and more curious. We want to make sure that you as a modern agent can be the true market expert on all selling options. This is going to help you get ahead of that conversation and remain your client's trusted advisor. But we recognize that for you to do that on your own can be very time consuming. It can also be very confusing because new buyers are entering into markets every day, and each buyer works a little bit differently. So Zavvie is going to be your team behind your new Sellers Solutions program to keep you up to date on all of the new selling options and provide you with one place to go to request all available offers on behalf of your client. And then, of course, if your client decides to sell to an iBuyer or a bridge buyer, you're still going to be able to represent them through that sale and earn a commission. So now that we have partnered with Keller Williams Realty, together we've created the Keller Williams Realty Seller Solutions Program. So when you discuss this with your potential clients, you can just let them know that you have this great Seller Solutions Program available to you that allows you to request all available offers on their behalf. That way they're able to review all selling options in one place and have that great representation and expertise from you as the agent. So we'll walk through the tools today. We'll also provide you with the contact information for our customer success team. They're going to be a great resource for you as you start using the Sellers Solutions program. So don't feel like you have to be an expert on this at the end of this training. We have people who are going to support you. Make sure that you're clear on how to use these tools and start leveraging these new selling options. So here's an overview of those selling options that we currently have on your Sellers Solutions program. Keep in mind that as new buyers enter into your market, if there are new bridge buyers or iBuyers, we will simply add them onto the platform. So again, it's one place for you to go to request all offers. And with your tools through the Sellers Solutions program, we're still going to help you highlight what an open market sale would look like for that client. So they, of course, still have that option to list on the open market with you. But now you'll be able to compare that open market sale to their other selling solutions, such as bridge buyers and iBuyers. So the bridge buyer that we currently have on your platform is EasyKnock. They're available in your market right now, and they are not a traditional bridge loan, but a bridge buyer. So they are actually helping homeowners unlock equity that they've built up in their existing property, allowing them to have cash upfront to make a non-contingent, stronger offer on their next property. So helping homeowners with that chicken and egg problem. They want to sell, but they're not sure where they're going to next. Or maybe they've already been searching for their new home and they're losing out on multiple offer situations because of that home sale contingency. So a bridge buyer we're seeing is very popular right now in this low inventory market. And these offers are actually being accepted about 5 times as often as we see those iBuyer offers being accepted. So we'll provide you some more information on EasyKnock on my next slide here. We'll dig a little bit deeper, but you as the agent would still be involved through that entire process. So you're going to earn your full commission, but now EasyKnock's going to create a lot more flexibility for your client when it comes to selling and purchasing at the same time. And then the iBuyers that we have on your platform, we currently have HomeVestors, Roofstock, and HomeGo. These are all companies that are purchasing homes for cash. So again, they are advertising, they're making their names known. Your clients may have even received direct marketing from them. So they're aware of those options. And through the Seller Solutions program, you can see if there are offers available and present those to the homeowner. The iBuyer offers aren't going to be right for everyone, but they do have some really great value propositions that are appealing to some homeowners. They have the ability to sell very quickly. Most of them market that they can close in as little as 7 days. They also have a great convenience aspect. Homeowners aren't going to be required to make any repairs on their property before selling. They will likely have to pay a credit towards that to the iBuyer, but they don't have to do any of that work in the front end. So it's a more hassle-free way to sell. iBuyers are also focusing heavily on the safety aspect. They're aware that people are still hesitant to have anyone inside their home. They don't want that additional foot traffic that comes with the open houses and the showings. And so iBuyers are able to help eliminate that. They don't have to list the home on the open market. So some great options there. Again, I want to point out that you as the agent will be involved throughout the process when you bring these offers to your client, and you will earn a commission even if your client chooses to sell to the iBuyer or the bridge buyers, as long as you have that listing agreement in place. When you request offers from these solution providers through your Seller Solutions program, those offers are going to be free with no obligation. So you're not going to be locking your client into these offers, but you'll be checking to see if there are offers available and then explaining to your client the different pros and cons that come with those selling solutions. So I'll pause here quick. Yes, any questions?
Yeah, Bridget, this is Sue Carpenter. I'm confused, and I was wondering if you could maybe on the bridge buyers give me an example. Am I correct that if I had $100,000 equity in a house, I could get $75,000 out of the house? I could use it for whatever I wanted. Well, in this case, we're assuming it's to buy a house. The $25,000 remaining in the house, that still belongs to me. And at that point, I put the house on the market and sell it for whatever I sell it for $200,000. I have already extracted $75,000 out of the transaction. So at the settlement table, does the rest of it go back to you?
No, so that, well, are you saying you as the client?
I'm saying me as the homeowner, I have extracted $75,000. I just sold it for $200,000.
Yes, you would receive all of that remaining, any kind of appreciation for when it sells on the open market. You as a homeowner would receive that.
Okay, and the money I would receive when that property got sold would be a normal commission, as in a regular transaction, or at some other rate because we're using you all?
The agent would receive a full 3% commission, or what is standard on your listing agreement. And that would be based on the purchase price of the sale on the open market. So
Okay, thank you.
3% of that. Mhm.
Okay,
So then how do you make money, Bridget?
Hold on hey guys, hold on one quick
All right.
second. So I just want to step in and just make one clarity is when you're accessing the equity, you've actually sold your home to the bridge buyer and you're renting back for them for the period of time. So you've actually settled. When the bridge buyer settles the home to the third party who's now going to buy it, eventually when you've moved out, then that's when you get squared up on the balance of the equity and the future sales price, right?
so I am effectively out of the transaction at the point where I receive some monies.
Yes,
And then we square the entire transaction at the settlement, the second settlement that happens when that house is sold to a buyer, an individual
right.
buyer.
That's
Okay, thank you.
so yeah, keep in mind, because otherwise the mortgage would not be paid off or other debt wouldn't be paid off. So you couldn't say that you were buying home sale contingent free, right? So
Right,
you're
that's what
actually,
I was trying, I'm like,
yeah,
well,
you're actually settling and buying, the bridge buyer is buying it, but they're giving you access to 75% of the equity because they don't know what the final sales price is going to be. They're basing it on what the agent is recommending at the time and some of their own due diligence, right? So if you are the agent and you recommend a sales price of 300,000 and the bridge buyer buys it for 300,000 and they give them their 75% of their equity, and then it later sells for 375, they're going to get the balance plus the 25% that was held back. If it sells for less than 300, they won't have to write the check, but the balance of the 25 of their 25 that was retained back, they're going to lose that if there's a differential and sold for less.
So Matt, then I'm assuming that Bridget's company is basically hedging its bets that they will be able to earn more than the suggested price. Am I correct?
Well, kind of. Well, no. So keep in mind, Gail, the Bridget's company doesn't do anything. It's their technology platform.
Got
So
it.
they're giving us access through their platform to people who do this on the backside.
Got it.
So
Thank you.
So they're bringing behind the scenes bridge buyers and iBuyers, and they're kind of acting as the conduit to go out to everybody. So like Zillow brings in all the agents to the consumer, Zavvie brings in all these options to the agent to present to your client. So, and she'll tell you in a minute that the bridge buyers make their money. They charge a fee, a 3% fee of the first sales price. So whatever they buy it for is their fee. So if they buy it for 300, they're charging $9,000. And if you sell it for 350, the fee doesn't change. The fee was paid on the 300,000 that was paid at closing.
Okay. Thank you.
So if I'm a good agent, I'm going to recommend a conservative price that we know we can sell it for, with the ability that after they move out and we do a little bit of staging and freshening it up, we can sell it for a little bit more, and they'll make their feedback and everything else will be made back, and they'll be better off than they were before.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, we're actually seeing a lot of homeowners are able to make back that service fee. Exactly what you said, by selling it for more on the open market. They're able to move out of the property before listing it. So you can do staging, you can paint it, get it pristine so that you can sell it for top dollar on the open market. And EasyKnock, they do charge that service fee. It's 2.99% of the value of home A. And all of your tools on the Seller Solutions platform, we're going to highlight those different fees so your client can see what they could expect to net with each selling option. Because the iBuyers, they also typically will charge a service fee. It's their cost of doing business with those selling options. So just a quick breakdown of EasyKnock's process. We just discussed their program. Movability is their most common one. It's where your client will sell their property to EasyKnock. EasyKnock will give them that 75% of the equity during that closing. Your client will then be able to remain in the property for up to 12 months and lease back. So they would be paying a monthly rent to EasyKnock. EasyKnock will be the true homeowner at that point. They've closed on that deal. They've paid off that client's existing mortgage, and they've given them that cash up front. So during that 12-month period, you can work with your client to search and purchase their new home. Once they're ready to move into Home B, you will work with them as well as EasyKnock to list Home A on the open market. During that initial sale to EasyKnock, you as the agent would have received a 1% commission upfront. After the second sale of Home B on the Home A on the open market, you as the agent would receive your remaining 2% commission. So you will in total get a 3% seller agent commission, and that will be based on the sale price of Home A after it sells on the open market.
And the seller is paying that 2.99 commission, correct?
Correct. They pay that service fee during the initial sale to EasyKnock, so that first closing.
And how do you go about determining the rent?
EasyKnock will use some programs to determine that. They'll also have that conversation with the agent to determine what would be a fair market rent.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Liz also dropped some links in the chat here for EasyKnock resources. I really encourage everyone to click on those links. They have some great FAQs on their website. They also have a marketing portal. So you can create an account and generate your own customized one-pagers, so you can present those to clients. It will very clearly explain these different bridge options, so that when you introduce this new concept to your clients, they can have some additional collateral to look at after your conversation. All right, any questions? Continue to send those in the chat. We'll keep an eye on those, but we will move along. When should you use your Seller Solutions program? We recommend that agents use their program with every potential seller client. So when you request all offers through your program, those are still going to be free with no obligation. So you're not locking your client into those offers, but they are true selling options for those homeowners. And we think it's very important for the real estate professional to be the one presenting those options and explaining the different pros and cons that are involved. So that way you're giving your client a very clear picture of what it would look like to sell their home on the open market, as well as to a bridge buyer or with an iBuyer.
And how quickly can they close an iBuyer?
They market that they can close in as little as 7 days, but it will vary depending on the iBuyer and that specific transaction. Typically, it's as quickly as title can close on it, then the iBuyers can as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And here are some specific use cases of where we've seen agents have success using the program. So if you have a homeowner who maybe is in your sphere, maybe you sold their home to them several years ago and they've shown some interest in selling, but they're not taking that next step forward and they're stuck, we recommend submitting their property through the program to see if there are bridge buyer or iBuyer offers available. That way you can present those options to your client and have that conversation to figure out what's keeping them stuck. Oftentimes we're seeing that homeowners are fearful to enter into the selling market because they're aware of the low inventory and they are afraid that they're going to end up homeless. So the bridge buyer options are really helpful to ease that stress there for homeowners looking to sell and purchase at the same time. The program's also going to help you set yourself apart from the competition and ultimately win more listings. So like Matt mentioned at the beginning here, not a lot of agents in your market are aware of these other selling options or bringing them up in conversation with their clients. So when you lead with the Seller Solutions program, with your potential clients, that's only going to build the trust between you and the homeowners. They're going to know that they're reviewing every selling option they have available to them and choosing the one that's best for their situation. And then lastly, this can help you get movement on a stale listing. So if you do have a property that's been listed on the open market for a couple of months and you're not getting a ton of offers coming in, we recommend submitting it through the Seller Solutions program to see if there are cash offers available from the bridge buyers or iBuyers. Even if the homeowner doesn't accept one of those offers, we found that it has helped ease that conversation about potentially reducing that list price. It's always a little bit easier of a conversation to have when you have a real offer to compare it to.
So is the commission firm or is that negotiable on both sides?
So that is negotiable. That will be based on your listing agreement.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So now we'll walk through the actual tools that are on your platform, and you'll see how it breaks down all of the different numbers for each selling option. So on your Seller Solutions platform, you have three main tools: the Offer Optimizer, the Property Profiler, and the Confirmed Offer Report. The Offer Optimizer is a tool that's going to help you show a client all of their available selling options by generating estimated offers. All of those estimated offers are based on market-specific data that our team has collected. So it's a great conversation starter. We'll walk through a demo of the Offer Optimizer, but you can generate those estimates instantly just by plugging in a property address and an approximate home value. Once you're ready to request the real offers from all iBuyers and bridge buyers that are active in your market, you will fill out the Property Profiler. So the Property Profiler is a one-time property questionnaire that will ask you all of the details about that home that will allow you to secure those real offers. All of the information from the Property Profiler is going to our customer success team. So we're doing the work on the back end to request offers from the iBuyers and the bridge buyers, making sure that you as the agent are the point of contact. So we won't send out the homeowner's contact info to the different iBuyers or bridge buyers. They will only have your contact info and only communicate with you throughout the process. Again, making sure that you stay at the center of that conversation. Once you've received those real offers, we'll ask that you forward them back to our customer success team, and we're going to package them up into your confirmed offer report. So that last tool there is the confirmed offer report. It's going to be a side-by-side comparison of those real offers that property has received versus what it would look like to list on the open market. So your client can see very clearly what they could expect to net with each selling option, and you as the agent can advise them on what's the best selling solution for them. So we'll walk through each tool in more detail, starting with the Offer Optimizer. So again, this is going to show estimated offers from all selling options. All you need to generate the Offer Optimizer is the property address and the approximate home value. And as soon as you plug that in and press go, you'll have those estimated offers, which are based on market data. We'll drop the link in the chat here for the Offer Optimizer. It's a live tool, it's ready to be used, so definitely click on that. You can even bookmark the Offer Optimizer so you know where to access it later on. And that is a tool that is meant for you to use. So when you put in a property address, that information is not going out anywhere at this point. This is simply to generate those estimates to get the selling conversation started. So you can.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to ask you, what resources are they using for the data?
So we have a team of data analysts who are constantly looking at past transactions. We also use Atom data to collect that information.
Are they using any MLS data?
I believe Atom data does collect.
Yeah.
data?
Atom data is a pretty robust data tool that collects a fair amount of information on past transactions that obviously pulls from the MLS and a lot of resources.
Mhm.
Thanks.
So you can use this offer optimizer tool at any time on your own, but we also recognize that agents are often on the run, you're busy, so we want to make sure that if you need this tool, you can reach out to our customer success team and we can generate that report for you. All you have to do is text our team the property address and the approximate home value, and we'll send this offer optimizer to you in an email. So you can have that ready to go. If you're walking into a listing presentation, we want to make sure that you're armed with this tool to discuss with your client. Walk through the offer optimizer here. Does anyone have a property address that they don't mind me using for the example?
I have one if you want to use it.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay. It's 38415 Boxwood Terrace, number 204.
It's not. What's the city and state?
Oh, so sorry, Selbyville, Delaware.
Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. So I'll select it here from that drop down. And then what would the approximate home value be?
And also it's a condo, so you'll need to probably put 204 on it. But right now it's listed at 539.
539.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And then we can update the home condition. There's 3 options: pristine, needs minor repairs, or needs major repairs.
Well, it's fairly pristine. So, all right, let's go with pristine.
All right. And then we'll press go. And you'll see instantly we have those estimates generated. And we are going to want to expand each section by selecting that drop down arrow under details. And we'll start at the top here with the open market sale. So this tool is meant to be an overview for your client to see all of their different selling options. And of course, we want to highlight open market. So we're pulling that approximate home value that you've entered. And then in the middle gray section here, it's going to show those associated fees. So with selling on the open market, there will be that seller agent and buyer agent commissions. You can edit these numbers here. So you'll want to make sure that that's accurate based on your standard listing agreement. We will have an estimated preps and repairs amount and estimated closing costs. So again, these estimates are based on that market data that we've collected. It's also based on that approximate home value that you've entered and the home condition. So if we were to choose major repairs or minor, this estimated preps and repairs amount would be higher. But again, you can edit those numbers there. So we want to make sure that this tool was something that you can customize. You guys have a market expert, so we want to make sure you can change those numbers here as you see fit. All of those fees are totaled up here for the estimated cost of selling. And then we have the estimated net. And then we also have the sections for bridge and iBuyers. So this is the bridge solution section showing the homeowner. This is an estimated offer amount that they could expect from the bridge buyers that are active in your market. You can click on bridge options here. You'll see that EasyKnock is pulling up as that bridge buyer that's currently active in your market. Just keep in mind that if other bridge buyers do enter into your market, we'll add them onto your platform and that will edit the data here, the numbers that are being pulled. So EasyKnock does charge that 3% service fee. So that's showing here. If other bridge buyers enter into the market, they most likely will charge a different service fee. So that would reflect a true range. But since we just have the one here, it's showing that 3%. We also have your buyer agent and seller agent commissions. Again, you can update those numbers here. With the bridge option, the home will ultimately be listed on the open market So that's why you do have that buyer agent commission. We have the estimated range for preps and repairs, estimated range for closing costs, totaled up for the cost of selling. We have the estimated net. We have the net difference, which is this estimated net versus this estimated net. So comparing those two. And then lastly, we have the instant sale offers, the iBuyer section. This is showing an estimated range of what your client could expect from the various iBuyers that are active in your market. Then we can click on active iBuyers, and this is pulling home investors as that option for this property. Home investors makes as is offers. So that is why you're seeing 0% for service fees, 0 for preps and repairs and closing costs. But just keep in mind that if other iBuyers were to show up as an option, their chances are they are going to charge a service fee. So there may be a number that populates there, as well as preps and repairs and closing costs. But again, those are estimates here based on market data of past iBuyer transactions that we've collected.
Is there any way to incorporate 4% transfer tax anywhere?
If you wanted to include that, I would recommend plugging that into the closing cost section here.
Okay, so you have the capability of doing that if you want to do that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh, okay, great. I see that now. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. And same goes for those commissions. You can always update those numbers there. That will reflect in the total cost of selling, as well as your estimated net. And then again, your net difference comparing this estimated net to the open market estimated net. There's another percentage here. It shows 77%. This is showing that out of properties in this area, about 77% of them will end up being eligible for an iBuyer offer. And about 53% of homes in this area will end up being eligible for a bridge buyer offer. So you'll want to make sure that you're setting that correct expectation for your client. Not every home is going to be eligible for those offers because the different iBuyers and bridge buyers each have a buy box, the different purchasing criteria that they look at when considering making an offer on a home. But the great thing about the Seller Solutions program here is that you can confirm that for your client and check to see what offers are available. But this tool is just that conversation starter, letting them know that there are additional selling options in your market and that you can still represent them through that sale if they're interested. And then you can download this here as a PDF. So I'll click on this download PDF button in the top right hand corner. And when you do so, it's going to be a 2-page report, each one showing that open market sale. So we have open market and bridge, and then we'll scroll down and you'll see open market instant sale. So this is a great addition to your listing presentation. You can download this PDF, print it off, include it in what you currently use at a listing presentation. You can also use this PDF to send off in an email to someone in your sphere. And again, get that selling conversation started. Any questions here on the offer optimizer? Again, the link is in the chat there. We encourage everyone to click on that, play around with this tool. This is a safe space. This information isn't going out to anyone. So it's simply a tool for you to use.
Bridget, if a person chose the iBuyer solution, are they required, is the iBuyer requiring them to do a septic inspection?
So not at this point. So this isn't actually requesting the offer just yet. But if you do move forward with getting an actual iBuyer offer on behalf of your client, that initial offer won't require inspections up front. But if they want to move forward with the offer, some iBuyers will just do a standard inspection. Some may want to do a septic inspection, but I've never heard of it being required.
Okay. Just
That doesn't
trying to
mean
figure out when we're
it's
selling
required.
this, what we need to what we need to tell everybody, because we go
Mhm.
to a certain point and then all of a sudden, hey, they're going to do all these inspections. Then we're winding back on what the ease of the iBuyer.
Yes, so they will do their own inspections, but they won't ask the homeowner to make any repairs. It will likely just be a credit that they pay towards the iBuyer at closing. So yes, it would be an additional fee, but they still would have that convenience there of not having to make repairs.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. All right, we'll move on to the next step then. So requesting those real offers and securing those on behalf of your client will be filling out the property profiler. So this is that one-time property questionnaire that you'll go through. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes to complete. And it's going to ask you about all of the property details that are required to request an offer. So with that offer optimizer, we just plugged in the property address and approximate home value. Now, in order to get the real offers, the property profiler will ask for more information. So how many bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, all of that great info. Liz dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to click on the property profiler. You can submit a test submission if you'd like. It can be a totally made up property if you want. All of that information will go to our customer success team. So if it was truly just a test, they'll reach out to you via text or email. You can just let them know, don't move forward. It was a test. But that'll give you a great way to get familiar with the types of questions you'll find on the property profiler. So if you're going through this with a client, there will be no surprises. You'll know exactly what info you will need. At the end of the property profiler, you'll also have the option to upload photos. They're not always required with a submission, but they do help with that initial offer being a bit more accurate if you are able to provide interior photos. Even if they're just cell phone pictures, we do encourage you uploading a few of those. So once that has been completed, our customer success team is going to be on the receiving end of your property profiler, and we're going to be communicating with the agent from then on out. So we'll let you know via text or email that we received your submission and that we're doing the work on the back end to request the offers from the various iBuyers and bridge buyers that are active in your market. When we submit an offer request on your behalf, we make sure that you are the point of contact. So the iBuyers and the bridge buyers will have your agent contact information in regards to that offer request, and they'll send those real offers to your inbox. It typically takes about 24 to 72 hours to start receiving those real offers. Once you've received those offers, we'll ask that you forward them back to our customer success team, and we're going to package them up in your confirmed offer report. So this is that last tool here. It's going to be an easy way for you to present all selling options to your client in an easy to read side-by-side comparison. On your confirmed offer report, we're always going to highlight that open market sale on the left-hand side. We're going to use the value that you have given us. We'll have a line item for seller agent and buyer agent commissions. We'll make sure that that is accurate based on your standard listing agreement. Preps and repairs, we leave TBD at this point. However, if you do have a value, we're happy to plug one in there for you. Closing costs, total cost of selling, and the estimated net. And then the right-hand side is going to list out those initial offers that you've received from the various iBuyers and bridge buyers. So again, keep in mind that not every home is going to be eligible. So not every property is going to receive 3 offers. There could be more or less. But for this example, the property received an offer from HomeGo, Homevestors, and EasyKnock. So we're listing out their initial offer amounts, their service fees, whatever they would be charging that homeowner at closing, essentially the cost of doing business, your seller agent commission, That will be paid to you at closing by your seller, as long as you have that listing agreement in place. Preps and repairs will be TBD at this point, since these are just those initial offers. Closing costs, total cost of selling, and the estimated net. And then the iBuyer premium section here is showing the difference between these estimated nets and that open market estimated net. So not an additional fee. It's essentially what that homeowner would be leaving on the table if they chose one of these offers versus listing on the open market. The second page of the report, we will link those offers directly, so you have easy access, and we'll also list out the point of contact. So with each offer that you receive, you'll have your own designated advisor. If you have any questions about those initial offers, or if your client was interested in the offer and would like to move forward with it, that will be your point of contact. They will walk you through those next steps, which typically is scheduling an inspection. They will come out to the property and do their inspections and then send you a final offer, which will include that preps and repairs amount, any final closing costs, and then include a true purchase agreement. Still at this point of the confirmed offer report, these offers are free with no obligation. So you can absolutely present this to a client, even if you're fairly confident that they want to list on the open market. This is still going to provide them a lot of value, showing them that you've reviewed all of their options and requested all available offers, but showing them what they could expect to net with each one. And they can absolutely decline those iBuyer or bridge buyer offers. Any questions here on the confirmed offer report? All right, I don't see any questions. Again, that confirmed offer report will be generated for you by our customer success team. So they'll be sending it to you from this email address here. This is the phone number and email address that is specific to the Keller Williams Realty Seller Solutions program. So I encourage everyone to save that phone number and email address in your contacts. Save it as Seller Solutions, whatever you'll remember, but they're going to be a great resource for you as you start using this program. You can text that number, you can give them a phone call or send an email, and they're available 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So as you start using those tools, testing them out, please don't hesitate to reach out to our customer success team with any questions.
Bridget, I have one question. Is there, can this be uploaded to our smartphone?
What do you mean exactly?
Can
The
we have
links?
this- Is there an app on our smartphone that we can use this like when we're sitting in a client's home?
So we don't have an app per se, but you can actually create like a shortcut on your phone to the URLs.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that is what I recommend, is creating that shortcut for both the offer optimizer and the property profiler.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and all of these tools are mobile friendly, so you can definitely use them on your phone, or if you're on your computer right now, we recommend bookmarking those pages, and of course, saving that phone number in your contacts. All right, well, that is everything we have for you guys. I'm happy to hang out here for a couple more minutes if there are any last minute questions, but we have been recording this, so you will receive a copy of that along with this deck and some additional Easy Knock resources We know that Easy Knock is a newer concept with those bridge buyers, so we do want to provide you with more information. And we're also looking to schedule a separate Easy Knock training, so you guys can really go more in depth on their programs and those options that are available for your clients. All right, well, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you taking the time for this training. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.